Everybody, Crider here. Gonna try to record this again. Had a couple of drops. The only games I haven't dropped, I haven't won either. So I want to show the deck actually doing something other than dying to a fourth turn Outland Colossus, which has happened to me twice already. Literally, I just haven't had games. People have dropped either immediately or in the first two turns. Definitely want to give you a little bit better quality than that. So, hopefully, get a couple games in. So, Koi Q07CUI. So, I've got a first turn and a third turn drop with the slide runner. I might have a Acid Moss. He's playing first. That's unfortunate, but we will keep it because I might be able to drop the slide runner on turn 2 if I draw a mountain in the next 2 cards. Scythe Leopard, here we come. Depending on what he does, might be okay to swing for 3 next turn. So we're playing Orzhov most likely, maybe more. Alright. Put ourselves a mountain here. And hit him for 3. I mean, it's unfortunate I just couldn't drop this guy next turn. Hit him for 5. 7, I mean. Yeah, that'd have been 7 damage next turn. But, we'll take it for what it's worth. If I don't get a ramp spell for turn 3, I'll just drop the Evolving Wilds. So I can come across again. No. Might be better just to keep the Evolving Wilds in hand. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be. Ooh. The only thing that could be bad about this, if he has something mass removal, then it would be a bad day. But I'm not going to play around it. I'm looking for a good payday here, but mass removal would kind of blow pretty badly right now. Not gonna lie. But if he doesn't have it, I'm swinging across for some pretty good damage. Okay, Visionary's not that big of a deal. But what that's telling me is he doesn't have mass removal, so I'm going to have to get rid of the Guild Gate here. Definitely getting rid of that is in my best interest. So let's drop the Rogue's Passage. Unless I draw another land. Nope. So we'll drop the Rogue's Passage. We'll go through Trigger Hell here. And he's going to completely disregard this guy. And I do not blame him. So that cuts down on Trigger Hell a little bit. We'll go ahead and Acid Moss the Guild Gate. Because honestly, he doesn't need white and black. What's he thinking? And we're going to swing for 6 and see if he blocks one of them. Honestly, he's probably okay not blocking it. Okay, so that puts him at 9. He doesn't know what I have in hand, because I'm hitting him for 6 again next turn unless he drops another creature. And he does, so he's a good chance I won't hit him for 3 next turn. Excuse me. Because, barring a good draw coming up, the Firebird's coming out. As long as I draw another land the next 2 turns, relevant to what he does, the revenge will come across and smack him across the face. What is this guy doing? Excuse me. I think this guy figured out his mana pool. Okay, maybe not. I think he let me leave a forest open there so he could use the almighty Evilapia. I don't think it worked out quite the way he intended it to. So let's go ahead and drop the Evolving Wilds. Yeah, no, I was going to do the Firebird, but the haste on it makes it worthwhile. I think the Rumbler is going to come out. Now we'll just take it at 2, leave it at 2. Alright. And we're going to force the issue with the removal here. This ensures it has to be a Planner Outburst. Not that it matters, he hasn't got no black mana. I was good enough to get rid of that for him. 1 black mana's not going to do it. What's he going to disregard here? And we'll go ahead and protect him, making him a 5/5. Mountain here. And voila! Countered. Actually, I didn't counter it. It just kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Fizzled. So we're in a good position here. I can pretty much win any way I want, unless he happens to have fog. Dropping Revenge out, and let's see if he can. Then he quits. Alright. Yeah, I had him. Barring something that you couldn't see, I had him pretty well there. Now that might have been, I doubt that would have done anything to save him. I can't see it happening. So there you go. Let's continue the trend of at least having good games. Win or lose. Good thing about these is they typically go pretty quick, unless they're playing control. That took a whole 8 minutes. Really can't complain about that. Not quite as fast as Red Deck wins, but still, if you're looking to grind, this is a pretty good deck to do it with. A little bit more entertaining than Red Deck wins to play and to play against. I played a guy earlier tonight before I was recording, and the guy dropped, he was playing Swell of Growth. You know, he dropped 2 creatures and killed me with them. Did 13 damage on turn 4. Atomic Yoyosoma. Read that kind of quickly. Well. Yeah. Sure, why not? We'll give it a shot. What's the worst that happens? I lose. Very possible. But 3 of these guys excites me with Nisa's Renewal. So blue-green, okay. Could be bad. This could be exceptionally bad if I don't get any land here. Just depends what he draws, but I can go a couple turns without attacking and then just lay the smack down with a couple of 4/3 tramplers. So far, looking good. He's a slow deck. Precisely what I want to see. Tough call here, but I think the thing to do is go ahead and swing him for 3. And we'll go get another forest here. Hit him for 4, and the next turn we drop those 2. probably should have the Niece's Pilgrimage in hindsight. That way I could still drop a land next turn regardless of what I draw. Yeah, the Pilgrimage would have been a better play. Got me one step closer to the renewal. However, it doesn't really matter too much. So I could be walking into a little trap here. I'm going to find out. I'm more than happy to run into a 3/3. So we'll drop him out. Drop him out. And he will not let that one come out. Okay. Not a huge shocker. I really can't say I blame you. Because 3 of those guys is pretty scary. And the Whirl of Rogues. Woohoo! So if I draw a land, the renewal is going to come in super handy here. And if I don't, I'll probably lose one of these guys. So definitely not casting this early might have bit me in the butt. I mean, I don't know if I'd have drawn that second forest the next turn or not had I played renewal, or excuse me, the Pilgrimage earlier. But yeah, you know, one of those things. Omnath, my love. So okay. Let's see what happens here. He can get away with not doing anything, taking it and being down to 5. Oh, that's interesting. More than happy to take out all 3 of them. I would have probably left one of the 1/1s open personally. But okay. I probably shouldn't have played that land. Alright, well that's fine. I can play Omnath. Yeah, I made a mistake by playing that land. I don't think he has any removal, so we're probably okay. Alright, maybe not. Put him back in my hand. What a bastard. Yeah, I made a huge mistake by not playing, by not keeping that land in hand. I was not thinking. And he knows I have it now. Problems, problems, I have them. I think I'm about to eat a counterspell for him too. That's kind of a problem. Let's see. And here it comes. Damn. Damn. Fortunately, it means I can swing across for 2. Unfortunately, I don't have the mana to cast a Snapping Gnarlid right after it. Oh, Whirler Rogue. What did I ever do to you? Hello, baby. You can not block with something. I'm okay with that, buddy. It doesn't bother me. One card in hand. Strong chance it could be. Yeah, I'm fine taking 5. A counter spell of some sort. Alright, make yourself a pair of 1/1s. Alright, let's see what happens. Unless he bounces this with something like a 2-mana spell and makes that a creature, I'm good. 4, I will take that. Okay. Hard counter? Damn! That's unfortunate. And I do believe that it finishes the game out. Well, nothing I can do about it. Concede that game. Move on. Definitely not the way I went into that one. I was hoping he wasn't playing a hard counter. But, you know, what are you going to do? So we'll see what the next match comes up with. I believe that's the second game, so we'll go on to the third. 1-1. It's not too terrible. So hopefully you guys are having a good Friday. I'm just kind of hanging out, doing the little magic thing. Daughter has a friend over, so can't get too wild and crazy tonight. So we're playing Doritos Land, and he's trademarked. That's fantastic. A lot of green, no red, but nothing in hand either. I can get it with the Acid Moss, and he's playing first. We're going to go and go with it. Hopefully he's not playing something crazy. The thing I've noticed about this deck is it really, really, really likes to go first. So, most of the times I've lost, I have gone second. Even the Acid Moss. Now, if this guy ends up dropping out an Acid Moss on me on turn 4 on his side, I'm probably hosed. Unless I get some ramp coming up in the next 2 cards. He is playing Sultai. Makes me wonder if he's playing with everybody's least favorite enchantment. The Sphinx's Tutelage. That would definitely be... Oh, there it is! Woo! I called it. It'd be much better if it had a way of killing it in this deck. This thing's all about the aggro, so there's a good chance I'm going to get fogged out here. So let's go ahead and drop a land. And we'll swing across for 3. Honestly, I'd take it if I was him. So the real killer in this... Oh, I guess he doesn't. The real killer in this is... you know, Languish is one of them, and then if he happens to have counters, you know, if he can counter my acid mosses and stuff. That's a ooh, wow. Nissa and 3 landfall creatures. That is exceptionally not good. Oh wow, that's that could be really good. We're gonna find out here in a second when see if we get acid moss or not. Let us get rid of blue-green. See if he counters it. He does not. Get the other red-green out. What we're trying to do here is stop the fog. It may be a mistake not taking out the black. He's going to bounce one. That's fine. Because next turn I'll do another one and cast them back out. I'm definitely got fairly lucky with the acid moss. Let's see. The Phoenix, so I can get this guy back. That's okay. With enough land, I can do some damage. Now I'm going to let that stay. And we will moss out the black. Get another forest. And swing for 4. Get him to 12, and we'll recast the Snapping Gnarlid. See if maybe I doubt he has counters. He didn't counter the acid moss. I really think that would have been the thing to counter. Yeah, I got a leopard. So we're going to go ahead and take this opportunity to not gonna pay that. We'll go ahead and get 2 3/3s. I think we're gonna do a lot of damage this turn. Let's get rid of the blue. And then we're gonna pilgrimage. Hit him for 10. Yeah, that's pretty sexy. Yeah, it's just amazing how much damage this thing can do if left to its own devices. But a tempo deck definitely can take it out, and that was unfortunate. So I can't see for a way other than fog for him to survive another turn. Even if he was able to languish here. Yep. I'd be able to bring back the Firebird and yep, there's the languish, but the Firebird's going to take him out, so. The tutelage actually got me the game. Yes, I'll pay. Thank you very much, sir. And swing across because it doesn't matter. That's game 3. We're at 23 minutes. I'll go ahead and go for a 4th game. Because that one was rather quick. That actually worked out pretty good for me. The deck can actually pull a lot of lands, as you saw there. It was pretty crazy. So, I don't know if you guys are into other games besides Magic Duels. But next month they're coming out with XCOM 2, which looks like it'll be really entertaining. I remember playing the original XCOM when it came out back in '96, if I remember correctly. And I had a blast with that game. It might have been '95. When we're talking 21 years ago here, 21 years. So we're playing Limestone 83. Cool. And I have a first and second turn play, some removal, and I can go bashing them about the head. And I'm playing first. I think this is a keeper. So anyway, XCOM 2 is coming out, and you're able to actually customize your soldiers And I thought what I'm going to do, because I really like the game, I'm going to pick it up and probably stream with it a little bit, just because I can, not because anybody's really watching my stream on Twitch. But definitely going to go out there and have some fun with it. Make some of the characters after NGA members. So that should be entertaining. So, alright. Head in the game here. We've got 2 damage on him, and we're going to drop the Gnarlid. Next turn, if I do not draw some sort of ramp, I'll get the Evolving Wilds out. And swing for, let's see, that'd be 7. Really depends what he does, too. If he drops a creature here. Oh! What the hell? And these people, I'll tell you. So let's just go ahead and Wilds here. And we'll get another Mountain. Because these right here are awesome. They'll count for both. And we go into Trigger Hell. And we're getting down to 11. Now this is one of the few times I think Swell of Growth would be fantastic, because then I can do an extra 4 damage. Get him down to 7. And get another land out of my hand. But this right here, these guys do not like at all, absolutely hate mass removal of any sort, because usually they're all really, really small on my turn. Could drop it and he'd block, maybe? That's probably the better bet, because honestly, killing a Thunder, I think I could end up killing him off with a Thunder a little bit better, and he may not block, leaving me to do extra damage later. That's the theory anyway. I have a funny feeling the computer's going to block the 3/3. Ooh, we will go ahead and utilize this damage. We'll get another Mountain here. That brings us back to 7, puts him at 4, so barring him doing another blocker, I can actually burn him out next turn. Or I could probably take out 2 small blockers, like a 1/1 here, and swing across for victory. Acid Moss! Yeah, I still got him. I'll kill his blocker and hit him for 5. Oh, forgot about the triggers. My bad. Goodbye, Nissa. And good game, computer. Yeah. Alright, well, we're about 30 minutes. I think I've played this deck enough. It's been 4 or 5 games. So, we'll go back in here, we'll look at the deck real quick. I like it pretty well. It definitely is fast. And puts a hurting on people. It's got everything you need throughout the phases of the game. You got the 11 early drop creatures. You got 3 big damage spells, which come into play later. I'm running basically 12, if you count renewal, which I certainly would. 12 ramp spells. You've got 5 tramplers. Got the Gaia's Revenge, which does really well unless they happen to chump block it, like happened to me against the Tempo deck. And you've got Omnath, who didn't really get him out, but everybody's seen Omnath at this point. He can just steal games. I definitely misplayed him. Might have lost me the game. Honestly, I think I was losing that game anyway, but having another 5/5 around would have changed the dynamics a bit. I don't know. Tough to say. Pretty certain I was dead that game anyways. But there you go. Covert Go Blues Gruul Landfall deck. I like it pretty well. I'm not a big fan of aggro, but if you are, this is a good deck. You should give it a try. So anyway, this is Kreider. Happy Friday to you. And remember, Friday rhymes with alcohol. So hopefully you guys are enjoying responsibly. And we'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys.